After a hotly contested start to the series, what's in store for us here? It's Game 2 of the ALDS between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Cleveland Indians. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, an important ball game coming up here in Game 2.
Yeah, and remember that this is just a 5-game series, so getting that first win under your belts is especially important right here. If they can get a second win now, they could really give themselves a good chance to move on.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Cleveland Indians.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. With that, a look at John Gibbons' lineup for the visiting Blue Jays. Steve, what's the key for them here today?
Well, I think you really have to limit the strikeouts in this game. Don't have any wasted plate appearances, and we know that's easier said than done. But you also have to have your 3, 4, 5 hitters step up in this one somehow.
Carlos Carrasco is on the mound for Game 2. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, remember, he's got 5 pitches to work with, so that really makes it difficult for the hitter. He can change speeds, ball moving in and out. Not a lot of fun for the hitters.
Kevin Pillar makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
For Toronto, center fielder Kevin.
And we're underway as the first pitch is a check swing, but a called strike, 0-1.
First pitch, 106.
And he falls behind 0-2. Carrasco pauses. Here's the 0-2. And a fastball is swung on and missed, and there is your first out of the contest.
And there's one for the old confidence. How about a 3-pitch strikeout to start the ball game? I'm sure it'll get tougher from here, but it never hurts to keep that leadoff guy off base.
Standing in now, Devin Travis. And he'll take a look at ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to give 1 pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
A pretty good swing there. You'll watch. Head stays down, ball gets deep in the zone, and he lets those hands lead the way, and he drives it to right field. That's as good an approach as you're going to see.
Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball.
Yeah, the number 2 and 3 guys come through with back-to-back hits here with 1 out in the first. Now they've got something cooking, and they'll try to stake themselves to an early lead.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
They've got an opening here, so this is where you can really jump on a guy out there before he's settled in.
That evens it up 1-1. Swing and a miss as he ran that in on him. A ball and 2 strikes.
And now what do you go with here on the 1-2 count? I got a feeling that this one won't be in the strike zone either.
Chisenhall sprinting after it. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. And he'll take those extra 90 feet, so put runners at the corners now with 2 gone in the inning.
A little bit of a risk there with two ways. You don't want to run yourself into a double play to end the inning, but he's able to make it up there, and that puts runners on the corners now with 2 outs.
Michael Saunders is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, my man Larry, he's solid.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Blue Jays leave a pair. And now the Indians will see what their bats can do in a scoreless ball game. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, I'm watching the man they call Dr. Smooth, Michael Brantley. He's one of the best clutch hitters in baseball. If they can get guys on base ahead of him, they'll have a great chance to hang a crooked number on the board.
Michael Brantley comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Indians, number 23, left fielder Michael Brantley.
Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Sliced hard on the ground. Backhanded. And reined in 1 away.
Batting second.
Into the box now, Francisco Lindor, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, and this is his power side from the left side. He's got quite a bit more pop in that bat hitting left-handed.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
And, you know, these guys were shut out last time out. And, hey, that's going to happen here in the postseason. I mean, it's not like you're facing these journeyman number 4, number 5 starters anymore. Once you get into the postseason, it's the best of the best. You're seeing number 1s, number 2s, and you know, they've got another tough assignment here. But, hey, no question, this offense has to get going if they're going to hang around in this series at all.
Grounded back up the middle, in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Perfect start so far here in the first inning. He's keeping the ball down, and he's gotten 2 quick ground ball outs. Nothing to it. This game's easy.
Matt, the man, will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Tribe turned away in the first. We played 1 in Cleveland with no score. Troy Tulowitzki makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0.
Looking at Tulowitzki up there, you can't help but think of all the honors that have come his way, despite some pretty significant injury setbacks. A perennial all-star, a gold glover, a silver slugger award winner. This guy can do it all when he's healthy.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. We all remember when Tulowitzki was traded from the Rockies to the Blue Jays late July of 2015. Seemed weird at the time not seeing him in a Colorado uniform, but it really didn't take him that long to make the transition.
No, it didn't. In his first game in a Blue Jays uniform, he went 3 for 5 with a home run, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. Now, that's the way you make a first impression.
Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Very softly hit to the left side. And a base hit here to open up the second. Oh, and he botches it. So some real problems out there that time as it'll wind up in E7. Here's the first pitch to him. Jose Bautista is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2. Any surprise they're attacking him like this? Those are 2 good pitches.
No, I think that's the way this guy operates. He won't back down out there, nor should he.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
You know, and this is one of the few downsides to being a guy with tremendous strength at the plate. Once you get that thing started, it's really hard to put on the brakes, and he winds up breaking the plane right here, and that's strike 3.
Into the box now, Chris Colabello, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Brantley will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. And so with 2 away now, let's give you another look at our playoff bracket as you see what could lie ahead for the winner in this series. Russell Martin, the hitter now, with a chance to pick up that runner from second with 2 away.
And this could prove to be a huge at-bat in this game because you don't want to let these type of scoring opportunities slip away early.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he misses with it, 1-1. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
Yeah, and it's hard to look for a changeup there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And this one's in the dirt. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. 2-2 count. Here it comes. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
Pitch count already becoming a factor. He's at 34 now. Still not out of the second inning.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Toronto. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Mike Napoli will step in to lead it off for Cleveland. He'll be followed in the order by Jason Kipnis.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. That's smoked, but right into the shift. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away.
Designated hitter.
Settling in now, Jason Kipnis. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Stroman steps into the windup. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
You know, some of Jason Kipnis' teammates affectionately call him Dirtbag because he has a habit of giving his body up and getting his uniform dirty on every play. And you got to love a guy like that.
Bounced weakly near the plate. Throw gets him, 2 down. Carlos Santana will dig in now, and he was one of the bright spots offensively in the Game 1 defeat last time out.
Yeah, he did his part, and he just needed a little more help.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove.
And after setting down the first 5 to start the afternoon, he finally gives up his first hit here with 2 outs in the second. And that's important because you don't want to let a guy coast through these early innings. You want to mount at least a little bit of pressure out there.
Fastball right back to the mound. On to Tulowitzki at second for the force, and that'll end the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. We've played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. Back from Progressive Field as we're set for the beginning of the 3rd inning here on the show. Kevin Pillar is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. Perez gonna have to hurry, throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Sometimes that first pitch of an inning, a guy will go up there and show a bunt, but then pull it back, just to pull that third baseman in a few steps. He's not bluffing right here. He's trying to beat this thing out, but he winds up heading back to the dugout after just one pitch.
Tap foul at home plate. 0-1, here's the pitch. Oh, good spot on the black for strike two. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes, so it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third. Josh Donaldson is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit hard up the middle. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. Around first, on his way to second now. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Yeah, this one was starting to look like it was going to be a 1-2-3 inning, but now all of a sudden they have the go-ahead run standing out there at second base after the 2-out double.
Edwin Encarnacion now, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Next pitch, chop foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now. Chopped weakly to the left. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Game 2 coverage rolls on after this. Rajay Davis digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Here's a pop-up now. Colabello on the move, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Well, nothing better than a first pitch pop-up to start the inning. And you'll take that every time.
Stepping in, Roberto Perez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. Michael Brantley will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
Skied into straightaway right. Bautista will wait on it, and he will put it away to retire the side. Indians go down 1-2-3. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Michael Saunders is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
Well, he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters he's faced, so that's a pretty good percentage because we're into the middle innings right now.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Troy Tulowitzki will dig in. He singled his first time around. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. And it's quickly 0-2. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Hit hard to short. Lindor is up with it on to first, and Tulowitzki grounds out here, 2 away.
The right fielder, number 19, Jose Bautista.
Jose Bautista in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. And he misses again, 2-0. You still come after him now on 2-0?
I think you have to be a little careful.
Meanwhile here, this ball's given a pretty good ride out to deep left field, and that is going to clear the wall. A home run. A solo home run that time off the bat of Jose Bautista. His first homer here in the series as the Jays get the game's first tally. It's 1-0. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Right back, same pitch, also knee high. He wasn't buying that one either. He's going to have to do something now. He's down 2 strikes.
Smoked on the ground left side, and just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
And here's where, on the mound, you got to tell yourself, you did everything right there. This was an 0-2 pitch, and he did a great job of getting him to hit it on the ground. Just happens to find a hole on the right side. What are you going to do?
Russell Martin is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. A runner on first with 2 away. Hit on the ground to short. Scooped up. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. 1 in the inning for the Blue Jays, and it comes courtesy of the Jose Bautista home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 1-0 Toronto. Leading off the inning, Francisco Lindor, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
This one's flared out toward left. Here comes Saunders. He can't get there as it falls in.
Just the second hit they've got against him so far as we check on his numbers to this point. He's pretty much been in control all afternoon, so we'll see if he can keep that string of zeros going.
This is skied out to deep center field. Ranging back is Pilar. A leap, and he's got it. Impressive play for the first out. Ready now, Mike Napoli. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Into the seats, 0-1. Pitch out, nothing doing. Runners on first with 1 down. And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Bautista is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the second out. Jason Kipnis stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. And this is fouled back and out of play. Stroman comes set. Here's the 0-1. On the ground up the middle. Played on the backhand. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 left. Kevin Pilar heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
This is well struck. High and deep toward the left field corner. And gone. Umpires are signaling for a home run, but boy, that was very close. Devin Travis will stand in now. He singled and struck out in 2 trips. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And Chisenhall calls for it and takes it for the first out.
Now, you know, even though he's given up 2 home runs, he's only down 2-0. I mean, his guys can get that back in no time. Even though he probably doesn't feel too good about things, he's still very much in this ballgame.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1.
Josh Donaldson is, of course, one of the greatest players in the game today.
Meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. And he is into second base with a double, his third hit this afternoon.
And the way their starter's throwing, another run here, that might be all they need. He's into scoring position now with a double.
Edwin Encarnacion now, as this is popped foul behind the plate at strike one. The 0-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Ready with the 0-2. This is skied out toward right. Moving under it, Chisenhall. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
If you're going to go the other way with a pitch, you've got to be committed to it. You can't just have a lazy swing and pop the ball out to right field. That's not going to do you any good.
2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2.
Tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. A run for the Jays on the solo homer. Carlos Santana will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
The right fielder, number 8.
Lonnie Chisenhall stands in.
Chisenhall.
Stroman looks in. Here comes the first pitch. Hit out towards second. Bravis fields it cleanly. Throw on to first takes care of him. 2 very quick outs to start the home 5th.
Yeah, it's not like he needed any help. He's pitching well enough as it is, but this is now 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the inning. And he's growing more and more confident with every passing batter.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Scooped up on the backhand. On to first, and can you believe it? Troy Tulowitzki will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Davis on the run. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Well, he is definitely doing his part out there. You see his line so far. He's keeping his guys in the ball game. He's just not getting any help offensively.
Digging in, Jose Bautista. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. Oh, and he botches it.
Yeah, and plenty of hits here so far, but not a lot to show for it in the run column. Maybe this can help turn that around as they get a man on here with just 1 away.
Runners off for second. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Davis moving in. 2 gone.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
Russell Martin stands in as he looks at a called strike. 2 out with the man at first. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Fastball in the dirt, and that's going to get away. So he moves all the way up to third here.
Well, I'm not really quite sure what happened right there. Defensively, you'd think you'd be able to prevent this from happening. But once the ball gets away, the base runner recognizes that everybody's a little bit lost out there, and he's able to take 2 bases on that play and get all the way to third.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. All even at 2-2. Here it is. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
When a pitcher's close to getting through a quick inning, this is where you really need to grind out your at-bats, especially as a bottom.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Blue Jays held in check as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Roberto Perez will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had him off balance all game.
Bautista over to his left makes the play, 1 away.
Another guy retired there. You see his pitching line to this point. It's phenomenal. Just 2 hits. Both of them are singles. He's hardly even been in trouble. Thorough domination so far.
Michael Brantley will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pilar is there, so 2 pitches and 2 outs thus far.
And here in these middle innings, they just haven't been able to get anything going against him out there. That's 7 in a row now. He's set down here in the 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Francisco Lindor will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Hard hit ball to second. Oh, he does get to it to knock it down. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
And this offense has pretty much been shut down here into the 6th inning. That's just their 3rd hit of the ball game, so time has come for them to start trying to put something together.
Matt, the man, will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
And that 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Hit hard back up the middle. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3.
These guys, they've been out hit by 5, but it's still only a 2-0 game. So despite the lack of offense, they're still very much in this ball game.
Mike Napoli will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Drilled to the left side. Oh, look at Donaldson. And from his knees, he got him. Boy, all arm there as the side is retired. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. Back here in Cleveland, it's on to the 7th now in Game 2. But before we start, there's a look at our game summary to this point. Kevin Pilar will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. A quick out number 1.
Now batting.
Yeah, a good pitch there as he gets the pop out on the fastball as we take a look at his pitch breakdown so far.
Devin Travis comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away.
There you get a look at his pitches by inning so far. No doubt that 2nd inning is the one that really sticks out. He had to use a lot of his energy getting through that one.
Josh Donaldson is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1 and 2. 2 out, nobody on. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays, but they're on top 2-0. Leading off the inning, Jason Kipnis, and they'll need him to get something going here. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Colabello fields it cleanly, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
And this isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or two. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Right side and right into the shift. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Oh, pretty flashy with the leather right there. This is all the way over on the second base side of the bag. And if he decides to leave this one for the second baseman, forget about it. It's a base hit.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in as he'll swing and send a line drive out to right field. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a... Edwin Encarnacion comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
Oh, he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game. Very brisk pace to the ball game thus far. 2-0 our score as you get a look there at the line score to this point in the contest. First delivery to him on the way. Michael Saunders is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. And there's ball 1.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
And now another base runner for him to contend with now. And as we bring up his line, you can see that's an even 10 hits against him so far, and you have to wonder how much longer they're going to let him stay out there.
And Tulowitzki can't come up with that one as he falls behind 0-2 now.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Hit back up the middle. He's got it. The second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Game 2 coverage rolls on after Rajay Davis digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base because they've been held in check all game.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Well, the guy you see right there has been terrific. But will they let him work these final 2 innings?
Well, I think the pitch count is in his favor. Everybody pays a lot of attention to that. So barring a huge spike right here in the 8th, I don't see any reason why he can't get these final 6 outs.
And they had to have that. This is the inning where a leadoff guy is critical. Now, they've got a few options here with a speedy guy on first to start things out.
Push to the right side. In is Batista, but this gets down, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Yeah, back-to-back singles here to start the inning, and that probably warrants a look at his line to this point. The numbers haven't been too bad all told, but he's got a situation unfolding right here that could cause those numbers to change in a hurry.
So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here. Michael Brantley will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Hard hit ball to second. But this is hauled in by the second baseman.
That's the hardest hit ball he's had all series. And he's still looking for that first hit, but it didn't work out for him here.
So here's Francisco Lindor now, as the first pitch to him is lifted out in the air out towards shallow right field. Bautista in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Matt the Man.
Matt the Man steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th.
Yeah, this is a huge moment in this ball game, Matt. I mean, you might be looking at this at-bat when it's all over as one of the turning points in this game.
And that's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. He's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because he would have taken his head off.
Hot shot on the ground to short. And that is into center field as he comes through. It's a base hit. 1 run scores.
Took him a while to pick up that first hit of the ball game, but he made it count as he was able to drive in the run on the RBI single.
Jason Kipnis will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances. But he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. Indians forced to settle for 1. Game. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Jose Bautista, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The 0-2 delivery. High pop-up. Lindor is there for it. 1 down.
Yeah, take a couple of home run balls out of the equation, and he really hasn't pitched all that badly. Good start to the inning here.
Chris Colabello gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. To short, hit hard. Lindor is there. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Well, he's allowed just 2 runs to this point. Both of them coming on solo homers. Things could be much different now if those had come with guys on base, but as it is, this has been a pretty good outing.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Lindor settles under it near second. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Blue Jays go down in order. They lead it 2-1. Roberto Osuna is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 54.
Carlos Santana will stand in to start off the 9th here with his guys in danger of going down 2 games to none if they can't rally. Now a fastball is swung on and tipped foul right near home plate. It's strike 1. Hit hard back up the middle, and it's a base hit. And just like that, the potential tying run is aboard here to start the home half of the 9th.
A good job to get on base there as the tying run. Well, now, it wouldn't surprise me to see a pinch runner here so they can get a little speed out there at first.
Lonnie Chisenhall comes to the plate now with the tying run at first, so he'll be looking to drive a ball into the gap here. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Tulowitzki for 1. And the throw is dropped. My gracious. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Rajay Davis. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
Now the 0-1. Smoked on the ground up the middle. There is Travis. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
The catcher, number 55,
Roberto Perez gets a chance here with the tying run at second and the potential winning run at first with one away.
Yeah, and if you're the hitter right here, you just got to keep it simple and try to get that tying run. On the mound, you've got to remember that you're just one ground ball away from escaping with the win.
Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. One there.
Oh, he's in there. Well, they get the force here at second, but that's going to be it. And that means that the tying run got just a little bit closer now as he's all the way up to third.
Michael Brantley will stand in now in what could be one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame.
And what he has to do right here is put his 0 for 4 out of his mind. He hasn't had the greatest of performances to this point in the game, but he could make up for it with a big hit right here.
Trying to hold the lead. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw on to first is going to be in time, and the Blue Jays will take a 2-0 lead back home for Game 3 as this one is over.
Well, some pretty anxious moments here at the end, but they wind up stranding the tying run at third base. The winning run was at first, but they hold on for the victory.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show.
Hello, baseball fans. Thanks for joining us on this October morning. Here's what's going on around the league as the postseason rolls on. The Boston Red Sox were winners over the visiting Rangers, 6-2. The Toronto Blue Jays beat the Tribe in Cleveland, 2-0. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all postseason long.
To call the atmosphere here charged would be doing it a disservice. It is positively electric in this place as we get you set for postseason baseball on the show. It's Game 1 of the National League Championship Series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and top to bottom, I think both of these clubs have a lot of different guys that can beat you. It might not just be the stars that dominate this series. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if some of the lesser-known guys here wind up stealing the show.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch. coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. What's this lineup got to do tonight to get a W on the road, Steve?
Well, they're facing a guy today that throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to have to be aggressive early in the count, but get the ball up in the zone. Shorten up a little bit, put the ball in play.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Fowler is there, and it's a first pitch out to start the ball game.
One of the keys to the game for this guy is going to be getting outs early in the count. It doesn't necessarily have to be one pitch like it was there, but he needs to keep those 20-pitch innings to a minimum. That's a good start to the game for him there.
Into the box now, Andrew McCutchen. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Hamill has his target. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. And Chicago is a far cry from the 90s all spring training. 48 degrees our game time temperature. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
There to take it is Fowler as that becomes out number 2.
Well, they took him up the ladder right there with the fastball, and he actually did a pretty good job to get wood on it at all. But it's still an easy play out there in center field.
Into the windup and the pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. What's the key for them tonight, Steve?
You got to be swinging at good pitches. Avoid wasting at-bats by going out of the strike zone on this guy.
Dexter Fowler will stand in now, and you'd have to say he was one of the real bright spots in the division series.
And here in October, this is when you want your guys to really find their stride. And you're right, Matty. He was outstanding in getting them into this LCS.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this
Welcome to the show, baseball fans. Here's what's going on in the baseball world on this October morning. The Pittsburgh Pirates bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 3-2. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today's postseason recap. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.
It has been a long road to this point in the season, but we are officially down to 2. It's Game 1 of the World Series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Toronto Blue Jays. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and you can see how these two teams stack up. And it's hard to say exactly who you'd give the edge to right now, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if the pitchers were the guys that got the upper hand in this series.
It's the moment these players have been waiting for. Game 1 of the Fall Classic is on the show, and it's coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And here's Clint Hurdle's starting lineup for the Pirates in this one. What's this club need to focus on here this evening, Steve?
Well, I'll tell you what, this team has their ace on the mound, so it's probably not going to take a whole lot of offense to get a win for them.
And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game. And this man right.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Thanks for making us a part of your morning. Let's jump into the latest news from around the Major League Baseball postseason. For Game 4 of the Major League Baseball World Series, the Blue Jays' second baseman, number 29, had 3 hits in the game, driving in 3, as Toronto defeated the Pirates, sweeping their way to a World Series championship. It has been an incredible year for them and a dominant postseason run. We'll see if they can do it again next year.